Hey guys, today I have a Maytag washer. It's a direct drive washer, and we've got an electric dryer to go with it. First, I'm going to show off this washer as if you're standing here yourself checking it out. You get to see that everything on it works perfect. We are filling up right now, kind of in between the heavy and regular. I've got this set to super. Now this is an actual water level setting, so I get to control how much water goes in the tub. Temperature, we're doing cool. Of course, you have straight hot, straight cold, and the rinse cycle is always going to be cold on these machines. I just kind of set it somewhere in the middle there. You have an extra rinse option. It's kind of nice. You can switch that on and off. And then you have various different cycles here for your delicates, casuals, or I just kind of set it here and forget it, but you get a little bit lighter agitation on these. So the agitator is not going to run quite as fast and quite as hard there. So filling up with water right now. Center agitator post here, and the way these work with the two pieces, where you can see it's obviously two separate pieces, top and bottom, is they should spin freely clockwise and not counterclockwise. That's how you know this is working correctly. If you can reach in your washer and just spin this freely in both directions, this isn't working and your clothes aren't getting clean. So it's a little tip there for you. But this is gonna fill just all the way up with water since we have it set that high. You'll get to see that it agitates correctly, obviously fills all the way up with water, drains the water back out, and then has a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle. And when the clothes are all done, we'll move them over to the dryer, and I'll show you that the dryer runs and heats like it's supposed to. So we will come back. Okay, we filled up. Actually switched this to medium because there's plenty of water for this size of a load here. Versus letting it fill all the way up with water. We don't need that much water. However, if I switched it, then it would fill all the way up. It'll stop here in just a sec. You can hear the agitator running. Got a nice strong agitator kick to it, which is the motion of this running, kicking back, which vortexes those clothes along these fins, down the bottom fins and back up the side, and it just goes in this vortexing motion here. That's how your clothes get clean, and that's why these direct drive washers do such a good job getting the clothes clean, is because you've got ample amount of fins, motion and movement and agitation. So of course, as it's running, now this is the fourth load that I've put through it, so I've already tested everything on it to make sure that everything's working perfect. But in this last video here, you get to see that everything's working on it. But with those first few loads, I always make sure that there's no leakage, there's no water droplets or anything after each load or during the load. Tilt the machine back and check. I even put a pad down that discolors if water drips on it, if I suspect there's any type of leak or droplets or anything like that at all. So all of that gets checked. Everything's good to go. And I'm gonna let it finish up. We'll come back for the draining next. All right, we're switching out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle. My heat's gonna kick on above us. It's a little bit loud, but should still definitely be able to hear this thing. Switch over to drain. And there goes, draining the water out. Gonna have to make a mess. Draining that water out nice and fast. And so it is not spinning right now as it goes into spin neutral mode. And then once it's done draining the water out, it's gonna kick over to a full spin, fill back up with fresh water for the rinse cycle, agitate for a bit, then it'll drain out that last time for the final spin, which is what I'm gonna come back for next and show you that it's nice, fast, smooth, sounds great. Okay, we're back on that final spin. It's getting started just about peak speed. Now it'll get a little bit faster as the clothes get lighter. And what I'm gonna do is lift the lid up and show you that it is spinning nice and fast. Of course, it'll shut it down by kicking that lid switch and the safety switch anyway, but you'll be able to see it spinning nice and fast. And as you can hear and see, nice smooth operation. Super important that this gets leveled front to back, side to side. Once you get it in place, there you go. Spinning nice and fast. We'll actually let it keep some of that momentum and get back up to speed. And then as soon as that's done, we will switch over to the dryer. All right, guys, we've got the washer cleaned out, empty. We move over to the electric dryer. First thing I'll say is there's no vent on the back, so you can hear it pretty loud, but once you get your vent hooked up that goes outside your house, it's almost virtually quiet at that point. But as you can see, it's running. Sounds great, looks great. You've got your lint trap right here that you want to make sure gets cleaned out for each and every load. Push to start. We've got it set time dry, high heat, and I'm going to show you that it is in fact tumbling and heating. So I've got my little temperature gun here, 66 degrees on top of the dryer, 59 degrees on the concrete floor. Let's open this up. You can see everything tumbling. We're going to shoot it right inside the heating element tube. So it's very hot coming out of this tube, this little grate right here. But the inside of your dryer, it's only gonna heat up from about 95 all the way up to 195. Just depends on how long it's been running and what you have the heat setting at. Okay, so letting it go. And that's gonna do it for this set. Now you guys know everything on them works perfect. When you get a home, plug it in, you'll be good to go. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys have a great day.